To the PHNX Suns Pregame Show presented by Michelob ULTRA. I'm Lindsay, that's Flex, that's Gerald, that's Espo, and we are out here at the BetMGM Sportsbook at State Farm Stadium for our watch party. If you're not here, you're absolutely missing out. Not only do we have drink specials, we have a specialty menu that is all named around the Phoenix Suns, and it looks delightful.
I had the book. It was a chicken sandwich. It was fantastic.
It did look good. The KD also looked really good, too. And I don't remember the name of the dessert, but that looked bomb.
Yeah, it does. I can't read it from here, but I'll tell you in post-game because I'm going to have it here after. And if you were out here in person, you can see Flex and I awkwardly sitting like this right up close.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, if you're not here yet, there's still time to get here. After the pregame show's over, just come on over and hang out with us for our watch party. But we're happy to have you here, even if it's only virtually. First and foremost, we want to give a shout out to Gerald Bourguet, who participated in the Beanie Night. He was the only one outside of me who chose to participate. Shocking to everybody, I'm sure.
Beanie Bourguet.
I'm sorry, Lynn. I'm sorry, Lynn. I got a fresh cut today.
It looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good.
You can't throw a beanie on a fresh cut day.
But we got a couple homies here who are rocking the beanie. We'll put a picture on the internet later.
What's going to happen? Your hair's cut so close, it's not going to move in a beanie.
This guy.
That's facts, though.
You might be right.
That's facts,
I just look terrible in a beanie. I know my limitations, and beanie and headband are where the limitation is.
I want to see you with a headband.
Nobody wants to see.
Whatever you say, Espo. Whatever you say. Tonight, the Phoenix Suns are facing off against the Brooklyn Nets. It's the first time Kevin Durant will return to Brooklyn since being traded. And guys, things are already getting a little spicy on the internet. I'm excited to see what happens tonight, but also a little bit nervous as far as the internet trolls go. So first and foremost, let's talk about what was going on earlier this week that had KD tweeting 20 minutes before a game. So someone sent out a poll on Twitter and said, was asking if his followers think that KD deserves a tribute video from the Nets. Now, we all know the likelihood of him getting one is pretty high. It's just how teams operate in the league these days. But 57% said no, 43% said yes. I find this kind of interesting, to be completely honest with you.
I don't. He asked out from the franchise. Fans tend to be bitter about those kind of things. So that's, and then their argument, well, he didn't win anything for us. I have a simple solution. Ban the tribute video.
Oh, no.
Do not allow it.
No,
and then you never have to wonder who should get one and who shouldn't. Either everybody gets one or nobody gets one, all right?
Pretty much everybody does get one at this point.
Everyone gets one
and
at this
stupid.
point.
It's not.
It's stupid.
It's a gesture.
Yeah.
It's a good gesture.
I got a gesture you can give them.
You sound like old man yelling at Klaus.
You
right
do.
Listen, I know he said he didn't want one, but he's going to get one.
Yeah.
And I know he said he doesn't want one, but I hope he gets one. Because when you get a tribute video and you're a Phoenix Sun, you usually play well.
Yeah, that's true.
My man EG went crazy when he got his tribute video. So I say give everybody tribute video.
Yeah, but
keep them coming, baby.
All the time.
That
every
was just
night.
because it was the 7-game rotation. It was that 7th game where AG goes off anyway. So it just happened to work.
So it wasn't the tribute.
It wasn't the tribute.
Yeah.
So obviously this is what started the whole thing. Katie responded to the tweet and said, please don't. The night will be better without it, which I completely disagree with, but I understand the sentiments from KD here. But then it continued on in even more Twitter shenanigans. Someone asked KD, how does it feel not to be loved by any of the team's fan bases you've been on? And KD said, love will get you sniped. So this is now our second love tweet for KD. He's a little mad about the love.
That's the new tagline for our Valentine's Day takeover. Love will get you sniped.
There you go. I don't think that's true. Or at least by the time he retires, I think these fan bases, most specifically the Warriors and the Thunder fan bases, will come around and reminisce fondly on his time there because he is one of the greatest of all time. He helped the Warriors win 2 titles. He got the Thunder as close as they've ever been in their franchise's history. I disagree with the idea that all of his fan bases of the teams that he's been on hate him. But I do understand it a little bit more with the Nets, just because I think in his 3 years there, the most amount of games he played was like 55 games. So it's like 30-some, 55, and 30-some again. He wasn't there for very long. So I get it to a certain degree, but you still give Kevin Durant a tribute video when he's back in your building.
This is going to get me in trouble, and I'm going to say it anyways.
What?
Does Kevin Durant just need the extra motivation of feeling like he's slighted? Is that part of the I don't need love, hate me? Like, because I'll be honest, I'm one of those people that if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to be a hell of a lot more motivated to do it than if you're praising me and cheering me on to do it.
Maybe, but I also think with his active as he is and looking at his mentions, he probably sees all of the hate. And he doesn't have to manufacture much of it because it's out there.
Go
Go ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
I think he genuinely doesn't want a tribute video because I think he knows what's going to happen. They're going to put it up, and 20,000 people are going to boo,
They're gonna
and just
boo him
make a show.
anyways, though.
They are, but
Yeah.
I think he just looks at it like, why are we going to do this? Everybody knows what's going to happen. Let's wait 5 years or down the road, and then we can do that. But I just think that Kevin is very aware of what the fan base has to say, specifically that Brooklyn fan base. And I think he was being just very honest when he said the night's gonna be better without it. Because if you give a tribute, it's gonna look like crap when 20,000 people are booing and making a show of it. So
Yeah, but it's pregame, so who cares?
no, is it sure pregame? Because sometimes they do this in the middle of a
that's
game,
true.
like at timeouts.
They have done it during timeouts before. You're not wrong. But I feel like the Suns have moved most of them pregame recently, haven't they?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But
Okay.
Look, the OKC thing makes no sense to me, though. Those fans should kiss his ass every time he comes to that city because they put the rinky-dink NBA town on the map.
you're welcome.
Without Kevin Durant, you are not a popular NBA franchise and/or destination in any way, shape, or form. So you should kiss his ass every time he comes back to Oklahoma City.
I mean, you would think that, I understand the fan base itself, but KD has so many fans across the globe. And if you're looking at cities within, the NBA circle, if he's able to get voted in as a starter for All-Star by the fan vote,
Yeah.
he's clearly got fans everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So while it might be a loud majority, I still think a good amount of people from all the fan bases do still love KD.
I'm pretty sure a majority of those people live in my mentions right now as well.
Some of them are just really loud.
There's a good amount of Brooklyn fans, and I know a lot of them that had no problem with KD here. Thought KD was the only one that put his best foot forward in the time he was here. The time he was there. He had injuries, but there's a lot of people in Brooklyn that respect what Kevin brought to the table in the little time he was there and looked at other people as, y'all could have done better. KD tried his best. And so I don't think it's a whole fan base. There's some smart basketball guys that can appreciate Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Judas in the chat said, like I said, Nets fans should be blaming management.
And they should be blaming Kyrie. They should be blaming James Harden, who forced his way out first.
Yeah.
KD is well down the pecking order in terms of the dominoes that had to fall for him to want out in the first place. They only had, 13 games together with the big three fully healthy? We've had more than that this season, and we've been complaining the whole time about how little we've had of the big three. So.
Right.
Yeah, if you're blaming anybody, it's Kyrie, right?
Yes.
If he didn't have all those things that went on in his time in Brooklyn, it's probably a different story there. So blaming KD seems ridiculous and a wasted amount of energy anyways there.
Yeah.
I agree. But it'll be interesting to see how it all kind of shapes up. And, of course, we'll be keeping an eye out on Twitter to get all the insight from the arena and how the fans react. But let's dive into this game a little bit. First, by looking at the injury report on the Suns side of things. Bradley Beal is available. Grayson Allen is out. He was a game time decision, but will not play in this one. Bol Bol is available,
Yay.
but don't get your hopes up too much, you guys. Dwayne Rankin did tweet out that Frank Vogel said that Bol Bol will dress, but won't play unless it's a blowout situation, and even said that is a maybe because he wants Bol to practice once or twice before he gets some run, and said the Suns will practice tomorrow.
Then why make him play dress up?
Because you
Just
got
let
to
him wear
start
his
the
comfortable
vibes,
clothes.
Espo. You got to get into the mood.
He needs to remember what it's like to wear shorts and a tank top again.
Exactly.
He's a true emergency backup center tonight. That's what he is. He's that third string quarterback that knows he's not going to play, but God forbid something happens.
Why does this bother you so much?
It's just dumb. Why say that? Why say just say Bol Bol's available if we need him? Why go ahead and say,
that's what he said.
well, you know what, we're going to let him dress, but
He
he's
did
probably
say that.
he's not going to play. I really want him to have more practice time. It's like, no.
I mean,
like,
that's basically
That makes sense,
they're
though.
synonyms,
you're
what
either
saying and what he
available or
said.
you're not available. Like, it's just, no.
He's a break glass
No.
in case of emergency
He's
available.
always been a break glass in case of emergency.
Exactly.
Well, like,
That's
double
that's
now.
what Frank Vogel's saying. He's saying, yeah, we've got him, but like low key, Drew Eubanks has been playing well, so we're gonna stick with
Right.
Eubanks. I get it.
There you go. So
Hey, man.
sorry to
The
everybody
little
who
things
wants to
drive
see
me
more
nuts.
Bol
They
Bol.
really
sorry.
I can see that.
On the Nets side of things, Ben Simmons was probable but is out. He's dealing with that left knee contusion. He did return earlier this week, but he's got some soreness going on, so he's going to sit out this game. Dorian Finney-Smith is also out. Daron Sharp is out. And Dariq Whitehead is also out for the Nets.
Why didn't they just dress Ben Simmons so everybody in Brooklyn felt better, right?
Oh my god.
He's not going to play tonight, but we're going to put him in uniform.
Ben
Espo.
Simmons is different than Bol Bol.
Yeah.
Espo. If you can't understand that, we can't understand it for you.
Espo is on his Call of Duty shit today, boy. He is a sniping cat.
Ben Simmons is sore. Welcome to every day of his life, all right?
Oh, man.
Oh,
my
man.
goodness gracious.
This guy.
So, outside of the KD return, what are you guys looking at in tonight's game?
Rebounding for me. I mean, Nick Claxton has 10 or more rebounds
Hey, who's this
in
guy?
every game.
Hey.
God, that was way too close.
Every shot.
Oh
Hater.
boy.
Thank you, Saul.
This
That's
guy.
why Saul's not on the show today.
10 or more rebounds in every game this month except for one. You're gonna have to play well on the boards. Otherwise, the Nets are gonna get those extra buckets, extra chances at buckets, and then fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Last three fourth quarters. You know what the Suns have been outscored?
Not great, Bob.
90-48.
Whew.
So that's the
That's
two
tough.
things I'm looking at.
Doesn't seem good. Yeah, I'm looking at fourth quarters. I'm looking at Kevin Durant having a big game. Like I feel like it's been a while since we've had a big KD game, and everybody's been focused on Book shooting too much and all this other stuff. Last game, they had a really balanced offensive attack. I think tonight in Brooklyn, this would be a fun night for KD to go off and have a big game within the flow of the offense. So I want to see things that we saw in that last game carry over, but maybe more of an emphasis on getting KD going early.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the carryover from the Miami game. I thought they started to find something. Fourth quarter happened. I get it. But I'm looking for more of a consistent effort mentally between the ears. Just be knowledgeable of what's going on. When you go into the fourth quarter, you're knowledgeable of this significant drop in that first 4 or 5 minutes. I'm looking for them to come out with some awareness there and start to fix some of these problems, organically. Because I think if they do that, this team's hard to beat. It's hard to beat. I mean, good fourth quarters, and this team is one of the most dangerous in the NBA once they start getting that fixed.
So you want them to have a better performance than I have in this pregame so far.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
More mentally stable. is
mentally
what you're
locked
looking
in. Yeah,
for.
mentally
All right.
locked in. Yep.
It's a
Right.
little
But just as
chaotic
fired
on
up.
this side. No, but I mean, I think the fourth quarter is one of the things that everyone's kind of looking at with this team for the foreseeable future, regardless of what the score is going into the fourth quarter. If they're up big, if it's close, if they're down, whatever it may be, some consistency around that fourth quarter would be wonderful to have, just to kind of like start building those good habits. Like everyone talks about, this after Christmas and in the New Year's when everyone starts taking the NBA a little more seriously. Like this is the time of year where players are starting to really hone in on their craft and lock in. I would love to see that from the Suns in the fourth quarter so that we can kind of get these woes legitimately behind us. Like we thought we were kind of getting close to that, and then we had a little bit of a backslide. But it would be nice, especially with the trade deadline just around the corner, to start creating some really good habits so that if you do have some new pieces coming in, that's already nipped in the bud. So,
and this is a subpar team. Like they're 8 games below 500. They've won 2 in a row, but they've lost 7 of their last 10. Like I know the last time they played, everybody was caught up in the Twins being back, and there was a lot of emotion in the building in that night, and for the players, and obviously being back in Phoenix, they wanted to get that W. Tonight, there's none of that. Obviously, there's KD going back to Brooklyn. Now it's his turn. And so hopefully they're able to do better than last time. I think they were outscored 30-24 in the fourth quarter the last time they faced off, and they wound up losing in a close game. So take care of the fourth quarters, take care of a subpar team, and continue the momentum you're building on this road trip.
Couldn't agree more.
So Eric Gordon is going to be starting in place of Grayson Allen. And Gerald, you just tweeted out a little nugget of information about this starting lineup. Care to share with the class?
Yeah, that starting lineup with Gordon in Grayson's place, they've only played 26 games or minutes together so far, but they're a plus 12 in that time, and they are 6-1 in those 7 games. So hopefully Gordon's able to step in, continue some of the momentum that he's built over the last handful of games since he's been healthy.
I love when we play small sample size theater. It's my favorite.
Well,
Man,
if that's
if you
all you got to
if you
go
got
by.
one more problem with a minor thing, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a bigger problem.
I know. I genuinely love that kind of stuff.
It's him's the problem. It's him.
What did they put in that Diet Coke, man?
It's
I'm
me.
starting to
I'm
question.
the problem. It's me.
Oh my goodness! All right, who you guys
Somebody
got
spike
tonight?
your drink?
Hey,
I mean,
Somebody spiked the drink.
let me just say
what's
this.
the-
I
who
don't
puts a
start
negative
shit, but I know
Nancy
how it
into your
ends,
Coke
all
today?
right?
Okay.
I got you.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be the most positive one in this. I got the Suns by 10. None of you guys went that far.
No.
I got the Suns by 10 tonight.
Okay.
I got Suns by 7.
I got Suns by 5.
So do I.
Let's go.
But Espo, you can't claim all positivity. I have Suns by 5 because this is a blowout, and they clear the bench halfway through the fourth quarter.
And there you go. And they whittle it down to 5.
Exactly.
Sure.
If they blow a lead with the bench and he cuts it to 5 in the fourth, everybody's head's going to explode.
No,
all
but
right?
for real though, it would be pretty rough.
Probably.
What do our friends at the BetMGM Sportsbook app think about this one?
I don't know. Should I shout and ask them?
You should.
They have the Suns as a 3.5 point favorite tonight.
Okay, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
What are you guys putting your money on? Espo, you start.
I am going to go with a parlay here. Points, assists, and rebounds for Bradley Beal over 27.5. I'm going to take the game over at 233 and a half. It's tough to read from here. And spread Suns minus 2.5. I'm going to go with that. I almost went with KD 40 plus at plus 1,000.
Oh.
I couldn't pull the trigger quite, but I think that is very much in play tonight.
Okay. Flex, what about you?
I got a Suns win money line. The under 233.5. I got Book to score 20, KD to score 20. And then the guy that always kicks the Suns, you know what?
Yeah.
My man Dinwiddie. I got him to get plus 10 because every time we play Spencer Dinwiddie, the dude goes nuts. And to stay on top of that, I also think that if the Suns can control Dinwiddie, they win this game easily. But if he goes out and has one of his 30-point nights, man, sheesh, watch out.
Yeah, and that's plus 575.
Plus 575. I'm getting back in the green tonight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Saul has a 5-leg parlay at a plus 1,000.
What the hell?
So he's got the spread with the Suns minus 5.5. Points for KD over 26.5. Assists for Book over 4.5. PRA for Mikal Bridges at a plus 30. He had the nerve to shout out that he hopes he misses all his shots. And then PRA for Bradley Beal at 25 plus.
You can get 20 rebounds, Lindsay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so. And then I just went with my guy, Nurk. It's a minus 165 tonight, which is actually better than normal. It's usually a minus 350. But it's Nurk to win the tip. It's a minus 165. Give me my $6.50.
I call BS.
God.
Lindsay watched PHNX bets today with the best host ever on that program. Me, who told you to take that bet.
Oh, wow.
That was
I
one of
did?
the 3 that I picked.
Oh.
She's like,
Espo, Really? You want to play this game? I'm the one who pointed out to you that Nurk always wins the tip, and it's a good bet if you just want to win one.
You pointed that out after I had picked Nurk to lose the tip, Lindsay.
That's not true at all.
That's not how advice goes. You don't say it after the fact,
not
all right?
true in the slightest.
Is this my sequel to Headband Book, the article? Is this how many times Yusuf Nurkic has won the tip and how the Suns do in those games? Is that what I'm doing now?
Well, I think he's like 99% of them.
Yeah, which means their record is about average in those
It
games.
has no bearing, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh. All right, so here's what the leaderboard is looking like currently. Saul is in the lead with $166. Espo is second with $138.50. I have $53.50. And Flex, you are minus $6.01.
But by the end of the night, you could have $60.
That's right. I will have almost $60. Actually, no, I'll have 70 if I win because I get my bet back
Oh, that's
too.
right. You get your 10 back.
Yeah.
She's
That-
like one
look
of
at
those
you.
80s movie villains that moves really slow,
But do you
yet
see
somehow
the-
may still kill
But
you.
do you see her game plan is simple.
Mhm.
Y'all suck. I get $15 every night.
Yeah.
They call it a war of attrition,
Yeah.
right?
I think
That's what
Liz
they
is,
call it.
she's outsmarting everybody,
Listen.
and I'm on to her.
Hey,
You guys give me so much crap about my bet,
They're funny.
but like, let me live my life.
I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. I don't
I'm
care if you're losing.
I'm just here for a good time, not a long time.
You're
Goodness
doing a good job
Hold
of
on.
managing the
At
game.
least
Hold
I'm
on.
in the
No, no, no.
positive.
No. You're the opposite. You're here for a long time, not a good
I
time.
don't
That's
wanna-
the way you bet, all right?
I mean, that's true. You're not wrong. Listen, right now, BetMGM is running some odds boosts on their app. So if you've already got a BetMGM Sportsbook account, make sure you log in and check that out. So NBA, you get a 33% boost. All you have to do is basically accept that boost token, and then any individual NBA matchup, and you get an extra 33% on your winnings if your bet wins. And if you're looking more at some hockey bets, they have a 25% odds boost over in the NHL. But if you haven't signed up for BetMGM Sportsbook, what are you doing? Definitely sign up, and make sure you sign up with the promo code PHNX, because when you use that promo code, all you have to do is place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $5, and you're going to receive $158 instantly in additional winnings regardless of your wager's outcome. You can check out the show notes for full details, and now you can listen to Damon or Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms. This promotional offer is not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Get stuffed, Ontario. Flex, you want to bet $200 tonight?
Let's talk about it off
You,
air.
you want to know how? Walk over to the ATM and take $200 out. There's no ad read. I'm just giving you advice tonight.
you set me up there,
Hey.
dude. Okay, all right.
Oh, my goodness.
Espo, you're on fire, baby. You're on fire. I'm sorry,
Flex,
Lynn.
for real, Leo
to me.
wants to know
Yeah.
where you get your haircut, because they said your hairline is clean AF.
Fresh, Elevate Barbershops, my guy. Go see him in Scottsdale.
There you
My
go.
man D
Little
Nice.
love to our friends.
As Max says, no
Yeah,
free
no
ads.
free ads.
Max can
Max-
suck it.
Max would be mad.
We need
guys,
that
real
clip
quick.
right there. Yes,
play on a
Flex.
loop.
What's up?
Am I the only one that feels like tonight is Dame's return to Portland and KD back to Brooklyn? That doesn't happen often, right?
No.
No,
That's-
and it
that's
was
pretty rare.
kind of dumb luck because they didn't
That's
when they
what I
made when they made the schedule. They didn't know that Dame was going to be
Right.
in Milwaukee, so kind of just randomly lined up that way.
Yeah, I just wanted your opinion because I saw that today and I'm like, damn, two of the best we've seen getting their home debuts.
Yeah, but let's
I know
talk about
Brooklyn's
different.
not Portland.
Let's talk about different receptions, though. I
Yeah,
guarantee you,
yeah.
Dame's getting like 3 tribute videos, rightfully so.
That's a
And
fact.
a
They're going
standing
to cheer
ovation.
his
That's a
ass,
fact.
and they're going to want him to win the game.
Damn, that's a fact, actually. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an unfortunate one for KD, because I feel like KD is he's an interesting player, because you either love KD or you hate KD. There's very few people who are in the middle ground. Like, you either love and appreciate what he does and what he has done for the game of basketball, or you're just like, I'm out. I hate him. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with it.
No
Yeah,
arguments
that's
there.
fair.
I don't know, but it's interesting. All right, guys, any final thoughts before we go hang out with all the homies out here at the BetMGM Sportsbook app at State Farm Stadium?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see Mikal matching up not only with Devin, but when he winds up on KD in those matchups. Is he that defensive force that we always felt? Is he that in Brooklyn, having to be the man and a lot of the lifting the weight on the offensive end as well? I want to see how he plays defensively and how much of a disruptive force he can be with the Suns having a big three. Can he affect it in a big way tonight?
I'm keeping an eye on the bench rotation. Obviously, with Eric Gordon being in the starting lineup, you're down your best scorer off the bench. Drew Eubanks has played really well off the bench lately. They're going to need to continue to utilize his rolling ability. It feels like they're starting to develop a rhythm with him there. But this is a good opportunity for guys like KBD, Yuta, if he gets an opportunity to step in there and show they can play meaningful minutes with the team being a little shorthanded tonight.
You know who you're not going to see? Bol Bol. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm looking for continuation from the Miami game. I want to see them put the threes up, at least 30 tonight. I want to see them control the turnovers, build on that Miami game, and then clamp the guys that you need to clamp to win this game. I love the Twins, but damn the Twins tonight. We had that. We already did all that. I want a nice dominant win, control a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, and they should be fine.
What's the rule? Devin Booker with 6 or more assists. Suns hold the opponent at 110 or under. 7-2. Let's see if they can make it 8-2 tonight.
Keep it 8-2, yeah.
All right, there we go. And we'll round out with this comment from Nate. They said, Gerald, you look great in that beanie, man.
Thanks, Nate.
There you
Appreciate
go, Gerald. Look at you.
Beanie Board.
G-Money, man. G-Money. That's
G-Money.
G-Money.
Your beanie.
There we go.
Thank you all for hanging out with us for the pregame show. Listen, like I said at the beginning, there's still time if you want to come down to the BetMGM Sportsbook app at State Farm Stadium. We're going to be here to watch the entire game together, and we will have a post-game show for you guys as well. So if you are not able to come through for the in-person hangout, at least come through for the virtual hangout after this game wraps up. Okay, bye.
We all silly like the mayor.